Guys, Bad Boy Genvi here. Today I'm at the Lick Hills tennis courts. What am I here to show you? I'm here to show you some of my boxing skills because Big Ginge from Shard End wanted to see some footage of me training or sparring or something to give him an idea of what he's going up against, just so he knows what he's got to take on. So I'm going to try and show what I can do today. I'm a heavy guy. I'm around 125 kilo now, so that's a proper heavyweight, and I've tried to be fast. I've tried to be like quick, and the other thing I've tried to do, having inspiration from these tennis courts, is try to incorporate tennis footwork into my boxing, because I think the people with the best footwork in boxing is actually the tennis players. Roger Federer, Andy Murray, Djokovic, people like that. The way they move around a tennis court is far superior to the way boxers move around a boxing ring. It might sound crazy, but I think it's something boxing needs to look at. The footwork in boxing, I think, is terrible, personally. So anyway, I'm going to show you what I can do and give you an idea of what I'm like. I'm going to wear my groin guard just because whenever I train, I like to wear my groin guard. Just because that's what you'd wear in a fight, so it's just so you're used to wearing it. I've got my mountain bike shoes on, which I think is a good idea for boxers, because mountain bike shoes are a bit clumpy and heavy. So if you're training them, when you go to do actual fighting in your actual boxing boots, which are really light, your footwork should be even quicker, because you're used to wearing like slightly heavy shoes. So that's another little tip from Bad Boy Genvi. Anyway, I'll show you what I can do. A move I do a lot is what I call the Roger Federer cross legs. Right, and what it is, instead of just being boom, 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 like that, yeah? Crossing my legs over. Something he does on a tennis court a lot, and I'm on a tennis court. His footwork's far, far superior to any boxer in the world. Same with all those top tennis players. The footwork they've got makes the footwork of boxers look like a complete joke. That's the truth. You know, something boxing needs to learn, I think. So I'm trying to be quick with my footwork. See, I'm trying to move across the ring quickly. See? Trying to be fast. Not many guys my weight are as quick as these. I do side steps as well. Okay, that's my defence. Get my hands up. Okay, with me, yeah? I've got to maintain it for 3 minutes. I train for 12 rounds. Keep a steady pace. So jab. Yeah? There's something else to do differently. Most boxers is do my uppercuts like this. See? Bang, bang, bang. Or just single. Yeah? Or there's my uppercuts. Most boxers throw uppercuts like that. Slow. So a boxer, most of them, I'm southpaw normally. I throw a hook like that, yeah? These are my hooks. Bang, bang, bang. But just straight like that, boom. The main thing I'm about, I try to have fast hands. Yeah, fast hands. I try to be quick with my hands. Head, body and head. Yeah. But the main thing about me is trying to be quick with my feet. So all of this. Yeah, trying to be fast with my feet. So when I find a big tall guy, hopefully I can be quicker around him. So come in. Another thing I do, my favourite boxer, my favourite heavyweight is Jack Dempsey. So he would do Dempsey double shift. Yeah, so he double shift, so he just stepped forward. Some people in boxing do that move. So it's just, yeah, like that. Oh yeah, the other one Debs would do. So he'd come in, and then he'd cross leg away, like that. So he'd come in, bang, 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 cross leg away, just to retreat. Just to retreat and go again. So I do that a lot as well. Hopefully that's given Big Ginge from Shard End an idea of how I box, how I move around the ring. I've got some other moves, but those are the main ones. Mostly I'm focused on footwork. I'm trying to do something in boxing with footwork that's never been done before. I've slightly changed uppercuts. I've changed hooks a little bit. It's more like a straight coming from there, boom, rather than a looping hook. Because, you know, I just changed it a little bit, try and make it more direct and faster, hopefully. I've got slightly quick hands. I'm going to try and put a lot of punches on a guy, like a lot of pressure on him with a lot of shots, if I can. And yeah, that's how I box. Not many guys can move that fast. The question, you know, that are my size, some guys of my weight, I am 125 kilo, that's no bullshit. Guys of my weight can't usually move that quick. The question is, can I sustain it in a 12-round fight? I don't know. I need to get some fights to find out if I can sustain it in a longer fight. I do train for 12 rounds. I practice for 12 3-minute rounds, but it's one thing doing it in training, it's another thing doing it in an actual fight. You know what I mean? So yeah, need to get some fights. Big Ginge could be a great fight for me and a great fight for him too. I think it'd be a tough contest. Hope it happens. But yeah, that's giving you some insight into my training. That's not all the training I do, but that is one of the main things I do. Come here on the night time, get one of these, because obviously there'll be no one playing tennis at night. There's no floodlights in here. And I get one of these squares and then just treat it like a boxing ring and do 12 rounds, 12 threes and 12 3-minute rounds in there. So yeah, and I absolutely love boxing. Done it for a long time before I ever did mountain biking, and yeah, would like to get some sparring against some big names to try and, you know, learn, progress, whatever. So there it is. Let's go back to my house now. Right guys, so I hope you enjoyed that boxing display, that demo. So back at my house now, and I want to show you something that's really strange. Well, it's not that strange if you realise I'm Satan. I can explain it. Now, you know Britney Spears? I've been writing songs for Britney Spears, haven't I? And I think she's a great pop star. Well, Satan, the devil himself, what he's done is he's changed her face. You see that? That was her face a couple of years ago. 2 or 3 years ago. Her face looks like that. That's her Instagram now. You see her face is different. You see that? Look at her face. You see? If you look there, saw the lines in her face. Who else's face looks a lot different at the minute? My one. If you go back about 13 months ago on my YouTube channel, you'll see my face looks a lot different. I look a lot healthier now. A lot healthier. Now, I'm going to show you some more footage that the police, the UK police, know all about, that proves I'm Satan. There's a little fucking devil head, look. You see it? Little devil's head there, picture. Don't always see it, do you? See it? Devil's face. I don't know if there's anything else on my head. It's a little bit. There's some more footage of me proving I'm the devil. Got a little demon on my head. It's a bit unusual, isn't it? A bit weird. Bit strange, unless you actually are Satan, which of course I am. Remember, you've had Christ, now you've got to have the Antichrist. It's all foretold in the Bible. I know now a lot of you are atheists, so this doesn't compute in your brain. What you've got to remember, what the atheists have to realise, is those people that go to church, those people that pray to God and go to church, and the priests and stuff like that, what you arrogant atheists have got to realise is they're the ones that are right. God is real, Jesus is real, heaven's real, hell's real, and David the devil's real. Actually, I prefer Satan. That's what you've got to realise. I'll play the other footage I've showed already. There is more footage. 6, this is 6. 6. And you've got a hill, see that hill with a cross. You can see it. That represents the cross on Golgotha or Calvary Hill. Jesus was crucified on. This is 6. See it. This is 6 there. But yeah, this represents the hill that Jesus was crucified on. I've got 6s on my knuckles as well. If you can see them, 6 on the knuckles. I've actually got one on my index there. So the camera can catch them. So 6s on my knuckles. There is one just on my knuckle here. So hard to see it. But anyway, those two are easy to see. I've got 6s on my feet with a hill with a cross to represent Jesus being crucified on the cross. Right? I'm like God's Rottweiler. I'm the Rottweiler in hell that tortures you, working for God. Because the way it works, you can't have someone like Adolf Hitler go into heaven. It doesn't make sense. So for heaven to be a happy place, Hitler has to be in hell. The people who suffered under Hitler have to see him being tortured in hell. By who? By me. So hopefully that makes sense. It will to the religious people. It's the atheists. They're the slow coaches. They're the ones with the slow brains. They're really frustrating to God. You need to just get a grip on reality. Of course there's a creator. Of course there's a creator of reality. Is that you think everything around you just came into being, just sort of, poof, here it all was. It doesn't work like that. Okay? So, again, hopefully that footage helps as well. The UK police know all about it. They've had me on surveillance on this phone for ages. A good couple of years they've had me on surveillance because they know who I am. They know I'm the devil. Right? It's just something you just need to come to terms with. The religious people find it easy because they're religious and they know, well, of course the devil's real, Dave. Yeah? For the atheists, it's a lot harder. You just need to come to terms with the fact you were wrong. Anyway, Britney Spears' face is looking a lot better. And just to show you, she knows who I am. On her Instagram very recently, she's posing as the devil. See that? She's got the pitchfork and everything. She's having a bit of fun. Britney Spears knows exactly who I am. Of course she does. The devil is on earth. You need to deal with it. Just cope with it. Now, you might be a bit scared about that. I need to explain, right? You might think, the people who've actually got a brain in their head, they'll suss it out. They'll be like, okay, I've got a brain in my head. I can actually think rationally. Turns out he is Satan, he is the devil. And those people are probably a bit worried, a bit scared. Because they think, well, he's the devil, he runs hell. It's, you know, that's a bit terrifying. Here's where you need to not be terrified. You only need to fear the devil if you're a bad person, because it means you're going to be going to hell after you die. If you've lived a really bad life, that's what happens. Jesus, you know Jesus, smart dude, he explained it all to you. If you're a good person, you go to heaven. If you're a bad person, you go to hell. Obviously heaven's nice, and in heaven you meet God and all of that, and it's great. But if you're bad, you come down to be with me, Satan, in hell. I work for God. God himself, I work for him. And it's my job to try and tell you hell's real. Heaven's real too. And if you live a bad life, don't blame the devil. Don't go blaming the devil for living a bad life. If you live a bad life, that's on you. You know, if you find yourself in hell after you die, it's your own fault. That's been decreed by God that you belong there. Don't start, oh, it's the devil's fault I'm in hell. No, it's not. So what I'm trying to say is good people have nothing to fear from me. I can't touch you in this life. I'll defend myself. You come and attack me, start throwing punches at me or something, I'll defend myself. And I'll, you know, try to fucking knock you the fuck out or whatever. But, you know, if you're just nice to me, then I'm nice to you back. It's God who decides where you go after your death, whether you go into heaven or hell. Okay, so that's what you need to understand. You don't need to fear me. You don't need to fear the devil. You don't need to fear Satan, especially if you're a good person. You might fear me if you think, well, I've lived a bad life, you know. I've done some terrible, terrible things. I didn't realise hell was real. I'm probably going to hell. Yeah, then you might fear me. But I won't do anything to you in this life. It'll be in the afterlife. What you need to understand about this life, what is this life? This life is a test. Your soul, your electromagnetic soul, I can talk more detail about it another time. Your electromagnetic soul is being tested by God to find out whether you're a good person that belongs in heaven or a bad person that's no good that belongs in hell. I'm just the guy that runs hell. And don't get, you know, another good way to think about me is, you know how you have trash bags, rubbish bags, right? And every week the bin man will come and collect the rubbish bags. It's a dirty job, but someone's got to do it. I'm that bin man. I'm the bin man that has to do the dirty job of dealing with the people in hell and torturing them. Someone has to do it for God. So the devil works for God. You can't be an enemy of God because God is the Almighty. You can't go against God, He's the Almighty. It's impossible. You know? So I work for Him. I'm the devil. It was foretold, as I said, the Antichrist was foretold he's going to come to earth, so don't act that surprised. The religious people won't be surprised. So yeah, that's important. Don't fear me, you don't need to. The other thing, unless you're going to get in a boxing ring with me. If you get in a boxing ring with me to have a boxing match, then maybe you might need to be a bit nervous then, possibly. The other thing I need to talk about, yeah, this great reset I've talked about, which has been spoken about back in 2020, that's going to happen, I think, fairly soon. Pretty certain. That is right, isn't it? It's going to happen fairly soon, this great reset. The only way to protect yourself financially is to put your money in Wisdom Tree crud. I'll put it on screen. You need to put your money there. That'll protect it from hyperinflation, which is going to happen. I'm supposed to try and sort this out, this problem, because God doesn't want it to happen. Humanity's supposed to go into the stars and get more Earths. You're going to have to fight for them. You have to fight for them. You won't just get them for free. This is just how it is. I don't want to overload you with too much information to begin with. But yeah, I'm Satan. It's just something you need to accept. Hopefully you can deal with this. Hopefully it can compute in your brain. Yeah? It might be a bit of a shock to some, but you just need to deal with it. Alright, see you later. Bye.